Hello, this is my part. I will give a summary of concept automation and then an introduction to industrial automation and in the end the benefits this will bring. So this basically what we say. Introduction to industrial automation. Automation is the further mechanisms that use devices, computing and other mechanisms to improve the process. In the same way, this mechanism is designed to aid operator for a better performance in the task or process. Nonetheless, this automation replaces the human with the use of logical programming commands or PLCs and other process mechanisms to make the process faster, cheaper and safer. What is industrial automation? In a brief, industrial automation can be defined as the use of a set of technologies and automatic control devices that reduce the automatic operation and control of the industrial process without significant human intervention and achieving superior performance than manual control. These automation devices include PLCs, PCs, PICs, etc. and other technologies include various industrial communication systems. Notwithstanding, replace all human interference when a complete industrial automation is expensive and requires specialists. These some benefits that industrial automation will bring: to increase the productivity. Automation of factory, manufacturing, or process plant improves the production rate through a better controlled production. To improve optimum cost operation, integrate the buying process of industry with automated mechanisms, minimize the cycle times on effort or hence the need of human labors get reduced. To improve product quality, since automation reduces the human involvement, the possibility of human errors gets eliminated. To reduce or routine checks. By taking advantage of automatic technologies, industrial processes automatically adjust process variables to set or desired the values using closed loop control techniques. To increase the level of safety, industrial automation increases the level of safety to personnel by substituting them with automated mechanisms in harsh working conditions. And this is basically what I'll say.
So, what do you think? Is perceived enough?
Yes, I think it's pretty well. The idea sounds great and I justification fits good with it. Now the matter is how to presenting the project.
I think how you manage okay, you will show this function of the process, the components and the function as well. The introduction of the system is just perfect, showing how it's controlled by the electronic control system as this diagram. Nevertheless, do you think it's really necessary explaining all the video?
Yes, it's completely necessary. How can you trust in a project when you don't know how even it works?
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, do you have already a monologue of what will you say when you are present it?
I think so. I will do it like if they were a school presentation. I will put all on the table and say how it's work all in a row.
And what is they get bored?
If it weren't their money, if won't have that job.
So, what will you talk about? You know, you must be persuasive.
I know. I will tell them what they want. I will say how the system by an electronic control. It is mostly cheap that make it with a PLC likewise in case it has a malfunction the maintenance crew won't have much errors to repair it.
Don't you forget it's probably almost zero of issues of well and reminding them of the routine maintenance checks will be less with this kind of system. This kind of control is a standard which all industries must be aiming for. In so much as the point of automated process is stop the wasted time and resources that could be perfect to another projects or improving the facilities. In the same way, improving the water condition. However, invest and implement this kind of control is expensive. That's why we must pervasive. Money is the primary concern in the industry, not the water security or the product quality.
Stop saying common is stuff. You just pay attention. I think I do pretty good.
This is a Hopper field control mixer. This is a mixer
functioning. Its main operation is the mixing of two ingredients. Okay. If no ingredients exist in the bulb, the solenoid valve 1 will open. Okay. And close until the sensor to detects. Okay. The lever here. It and opening the solenoid valve 2. Okay. Until the sensor 1 is detects in a closes that solenoid valve and starting the engine to mix the products in a determined time. Okay, the engine. After that time, the solenoid valve 3 will be active. Okay, and close up to a determined time or until the product is not to finish. There is a counter that each time the solenoid valve 3 is active, we give a determined count, programmed and so cyclically. Okay. This is a control and power diagram. Okay. It consists of several parts, such as actors, and in them are motors and valves, as will control. This is a control. Okay. Counting. This is a counting, the process. And indicators. And 3D view in HMI or simulators. This is a simulator of software. Your name is PC It is necessary that this automation works as all the safety measure for the correct use of this mixer. Its main operation is on a board remote from the operators. This is a video for your functionment, the process, and I will do a test, okay? This is accounting, the connection of limit is 3. This is a circuit breaker. This is a circuit breaker. This is a buttons, button stop, button start, button reset. This is an indicator, the engine, the process of mixing, valves, okay, the top. Here, this is a valves. This is a part of control the system. This is a counting, the indicator, counting, inputs and outputs. It's all. This is a process. So mixing, okay. After that time, the valve 3 active, okay, and counting up at 2, the level low, the level high, and mixing, okay. After the time, the valve 3 active, and counter up at 3, okay, to end the process because the limit of connection is 3, okay. The button resetting of the process, okay, and the button start to continue the process, okay. Mixing. And so cyclically, the process, okay. Repeat, this is part of valves, the process,
This is a part principal the control. This is a secondary control. This is a counting indicator, part of the mixing of engine. This is a valves, inputs, outputs. This is HMI or simulator. Okay. Okay. The buttons, circuit breakers, that's the ATC. Okay. Reset. It's all. Thanks.